The remarkable WTA Finals streak that will continue after Coco Gauff lost to Aryna Sabalenka. Coco Gauff's title defense came to an end as she lost to Aryna Sabalenka at the WTA Finals. Sabalenka continued her perfect record at the WTA Finals by sweeping aside the 2024 winner in straight sets. The victory confirms that Sabalenka and Jessica Pegula will go through to the semifinals, where they'll play Amanda Anisimova and Elena Rybakina respectively. As a result of Gauff's exit from the tournament, a streak dating back to 2015 will continue at the WTA Finals. Coco Gauff continues failed WTA titles defense trend. The WTA Finals has had a different winner in the last 9 years, and Gauff's exit confirms that trend will continue in 2025. Gauff and Iga Swiatek entered the competition as the only previous winners, but neither woman has managed to make it past the group stage. WTA Finals winners. Year: Agnieszka Radwanska. 2015. Dominika Cibulkova. 2016. Caroline Wozniacki. 2017. Alina Svitolina. 2018. Ash Barty. 2019. Not applicable. 2020. Garbiñe Muguruza. 2021. Caroline Garcia. 2022. Iga Swiatek. 2023. Coco Gauff. 2024. Whoever the winner ends up being, out of Rybakina, Anisimova, Sabalenka, or Pegula, it will ensure the bizarre trend continues into its 10th year. In contrast, the ATP Finals have had several multiple-time winners in that time frame. Novak Djokovic has won the tournament 3 times since 2015, while Alexander Zverev picked up 2 trophies in 2018 and 2021. Serena Williams is the last woman to win the tournament on multiple occasions, having won the competition in back-to-back years between 2012 and 2014. Coco Gauff continues bizarre WTA Finals winner curse. It shouldn't be a surprise that Gauff has failed to make it through the round-robin phase after winning the tournament the year prior. The same thing happened to 2023 winner Swiatek, who crashed out in the group stage in 2024 after finishing 3rd. 2022 winner Caroline Garcia did not even qualify for the 2023 event, and the same happened to 2021 winner Garbiñe Muguruza. The WTA Finals continues to prove it's one of the most unpredictable tournaments on the entire calendar, and it's near impossible to call a winner. Rybakina, who is yet to lose at the tournament, only snuck in at the last minute while fellow semifinalist Anisimova is playing in her first WTA Finals. The stage was set. The season-ending tournament of the Women's Tour once again lit up the spotlight, the WTA Finals. For the world's top performers, it is a rare and elite gathering, a moment to test oneself against the best, under pressure, with legacy on the line. In outer Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, the drama of the 2025 edition unfolded, with all its familiar ingredients: hunger, threat, redemption, and the testing of streaks. Coco Gauff, a shining talent already with Grand Slam triumphs under her belt, entered this final with high hopes. She is hardly just a youthful promise. She has become a force. Yet on November 6, 2025, she met Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1, in the round-robin group of the WTA Finals, and despite her best efforts, fell short, 7-6-5, 6-2. The Washington Post +3 WSLS +3 Deccan Chronicle +3. On the face of it, it is simply another match. A top-level player knocked out, another advancing. But beneath the surface is a story of streaks, of continuity, of the subtle but powerful pattern that defines the WTA Finals. Even as one star's path faltered, another's momentum surged. And through it, the event's aura remains. The streak to note. What is this remarkable streak? At its core, Sabalenka's performance at the finals, to remain undefeated in her group stage matches so far, and thereby continue a dominant run at the season-ending event. In defeating Gauff, she improved to 3-0 in her group. Mint +2 KSAT +2. That undefeated group record is itself part of a larger narrative of consistency at this elite tournament. By contrast, Gauff, the defending champion, ended the group stage at 1-2 and failed to advance. Sky Sports that juxtaposition. The defending champion eliminated early, the number one marching on, creates a moment that accentuates the streak nature of Sabalenka's path and the event's wider dynamic. What makes this streak worth celebrating is not just wins versus losses, but the idea that at the WTA Finals, a player can build a through-season crescendo. The year's best versus the year's best, culminating in one final push. And for Sabalenka, this edition looks like it might be just that push. The human story behind it. Imagine Gauff coming into this event. The weight of being champion, the expectations, the shadow of past near misses, the hope of proving this wasn't a one-off. She steps on court against Sabalenka, grabs opportunities, even leads in the first set, 2 breakpoints to go up 5-2. According to the AP match summary, KSAT +1, and yet Sabalenka digs in, breaks back, takes the tie break, then snowballs the momentum. Gauff admits, "I had a lot of chances in the first set. It was a bit disappointing not to get that one. She stepped her level up, and I just couldn't find it after that." KSAT. We see a pattern. Gauff showing heartbreak in the fine margins. Sabalenka showing steadiness, execution under pressure. The streak is thus not only a set of wins, but a mindset. The player who advances, who refuses to slip. The finals become a mirror, not just for talent, but for who can deliver when the lights are brightest. Why the streak matters. Legacy and continuity. The WTA Finals is about crowning the season. A player who comes into this tournament and dominates sends a message beyond the year, that she is ready to be the pillar of the women's game. Sabalenka's unbeaten group run strengthens that message. Psychological edge. For opponents, facing a player who has built momentum at this event is different than facing someone who has just arrived. The streak brings intimidation and belief. Gauff, despite her talent, ran into that narrative of the sport. For the WTA and its fans, streaks help build storylines. We remember long runs, unbeaten stretches, the "who will stop her" question. The finals become not just a tournament, but a stage where streaks can lengthen or end. The resilience test. To maintain a streak at the finals demands resilience. The players are fatigued, the season is long, bodies ache, minds wander. A streak shows you overcame all that. For Sabalenka, 3-0 in the group and eliminating the defending champion tells a story of peak form. What this means going forward. Gauff's loss, while disappointing, does not collapse the streak story. It enhances it. It shows how difficult it is. It raises the bar. It means that, for someone to maintain or extend a streak, they must be at their very best. For Sabalenka, the next round's semifinals, finals, represent the chance to convert the streak into the ultimate payoff. The finals title. For the fans, for the historians, this moment will be a turning point marker. If Sabalenka goes on to win the tournament, one will look back at the Gauff match as the moment the streak turned from group stage run into champion run. If she falters, the streak still remains a highlight, a marker of dominance that nonetheless came short of its crowning moment.